Hi, I'm Connie Rensink, a global education consultant and member of the ISTE Global PLN. I'm really excited to be part of this first Global Education Summit. I'm very passionate about helping educators integrate global competencies into how they teach content. Some of those competencies include thinking about communication across different audiences and also thinking about perspective taking and being open-minded to others. All of that tends to get wrapped in as you're doing global collaborative work, and so I'm eager to help you get started. Today I'm going to share with you about how to use different technologies to help connect your classroom with the world. One thing that you should know about is the Wakelet that I have shared as a resource will have the links to all of these different resources so you don't have to be furiously writing today. The first thing that you should do to get connected is to begin your own virtual personal learning network. It's great to work with teachers in your own school, but this gives you access to people across the world. Now, how can you do that? Twitter is one of my favorite ways to connect. The ISTE Global PLN hashtag is a place where you can see what's been happening in this global network this year, as well as what's happening now, and watch it for different announcements about conference next week. Teach SDGs is a place where ambassadors from around the world are collaborating together and talking about how they're teaching the global goals in their classrooms. Global Ed Chat on Thursdays is on hiatus for the summer, but by going back to that hashtag, you can see the different conversations they had each Thursday this last year. Rethink Learning happens every other Monday at 7 p.m. Barbara Bray is talking about envisioning what education might be, as well as self-care for teachers. And Ed Chat on 7 p.m. on Thursdays is a good place for you to see just general education topics, and they cover a wide range. Of course, there are many more that you could do, but let's get started practicing. Hashtag Global Collaboration Summit is the hashtag to follow for this week, and I have posted a cartoon there with a prompt. Please respond by retweeting that tweet and telling me what your ideas are for what are the things that students need the skills that they need to be collaborative. Facebook is another place to go. Global Education Day at ISTE is going to share what's going to happen next week, and there also may be some live streaming there. I'm not going to mention all of these, but the Global Education Conference Network group is where Lucy Gray and Steve Hargadon have a large network of teachers who are all working towards global ed and what the global competencies are that students are going to need to be successful in our world. The Scholarships, Grants, and Summer Institutes for Teachers is a wonderful place to go to see free or less expensive sponsored trips for travel for teachers around the world. So check those out. Some networks that I encourage you to be a part of besides the ISTE Global PLN. I told you about the Global Education Conference Network. Participate.com is currently running a project design for SDGs, the global goals, and you can collaborate with other teachers to get ideas about how to teach them in your classroom. I mentioned teachsdgs.org before. They also have projects available there, so take a look. The Global Education Coalition is a group of nonprofit organizations who are working together to bring global competencies to you through professional development and also through networking. ASCD is a high-quality education source that also has a global track. So now you're ready to connect your classroom, but how do you get started with that? Synchronous global connections are when you are live with another classroom, and that would usually mean through video. Empatico and Beluga have a framework that allows you to schedule time with another classroom. They have set topics as well as resources for preparation, and it's an easy connection. Generation Global is facilitating dialogues, again through video, and has resources to help your students prepare. The Global Nomads group have some common webinars, as well as follow-up through email and other blogs. Level Up Village connects your classroom with another classroom across the world around technology and coding. And Mystery Skype is really fun because Mystery Skype is where your classroom gets on with another classroom. Your students ask geographic and other questions to try to figure out where that other class is Skyping from. Asynchronous global connections happen when you can't connect at the same time. So it usually means that you're doing your work separately and then coming back together. iEarn, Know My World, and Flat Connections are all places that have established projects where you can go in and sign up and be a part and connect with classrooms quickly. Reach the World will connect you with a world traveler, usually a Fulbright student. Your students create questions and email them and what they're curious about, and then that traveler reports back and sometimes does a Skype, but then will answer back with the answers that your students were looking for. The Wonderment is a different type of platform that posts prompts for your students to follow, and that allows them to come in then and answer those prompts, either through typing their answers or through sharing photos of work that they're doing in the classroom. One of my very favorites is the Global Read Aloud. This is a place where classrooms across the world are reading the same book. They do have them leveled out for elementary and secondary, and that allows you then to follow the prompt questions that they have. You can connect with other classrooms via Skype or blogging. They have all of that set up within that program as well. But let's say that you're being a little more adventurous and you're ready to connect asynchronously on your own. Flipgrid are 30-second videos that you then can respond back to the next one and go back and forth. Parlay is a discussion board type format that students drive. I mentioned Wakelet before. It's a place for you to collect resources. And so you will see that I have links to all the websites that I've talked about on mine. Wakelet also lets you put in your own pictures or comments, and your students could work on them together virtually with classrooms across the world as well, as long as you have those relationships already established. Periscope lets you do video with Twitter, so you can live video stream on Twitter, or you can retweet that video later to save it, and to share it with other collaborators, and then they can Periscope back. The last one is Padlet, and Padlet is like a virtual sticky notes, and so the first sticky note is a prompt. Other people add sticky notes with their ideas, and they can be rearranged, so it's fun for project work, but also for just an interaction. I wanted to finish up with some projects that you can dive into already. Traveling Tales is a program where your class writes part of a story, another class writes part of the story, and so on, until several classes have come together to finish that story and it's published online. Jennifer Williams shared with you earlier this week about the Global Goals project coming up. Your class will be teamed with 16 other classrooms to make 17 classrooms working on a specific goal, and that's happening this fall, so now is a perfect time to sign up for that. My World 360 is a video platform, and if you go to the website and sign on for that project, your students will learn how to capture, edit, and share their own 360 videos to do some storytelling across the world. This one's a great one for elementary school classrooms. Traveling Teddies. Each teddy bear has a global goal, and when the box comes to your class, you'll learn about that goal. You'll add your classroom's comments and materials back into the box to share with the next classroom. So it's kind of like an elevated pen pals. I really thank you for watching the video today and being part of this Global Collaboration Summit. If you would like to connect with your classroom, or if you need any help in any way getting started with global competencies in global ed, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'm happy to help and I love to connect. Thanks so much. Have a great day.